For the complete poetry, a bilingual edition by Clayton Eshleman, translated from the Spanish, written by Cesar Vallejo. Eshleman's versions deserve not only praise, but many readers. Without boasting about talent, intelligence, ear, or personal creative powers, he has applied these characteristics to the meticulous, slow, unrewarding, never sufficiently recognized or valued work of an ant constructing a palace. The result has been the wonderfully rendered, complete work of a very complex poet in terms of imagination and style, of multi-layered registers. A poet who aspires to wholeness of expression, the world and its perception as the same thing, full of ambivalence and contradiction, a poet who deep down didn't want to be translated, having enormous doubts as to the capacity even of one's own language to confront sadness and human grief. Eshleman has opened, as have few others, a window to another life, a new one, not necessarily his, nor Vallejo's.
Guitar. The pleasure of suffering, of hating, dyes my throat with plastic venoms. But the bristle that implants its magic order, its taurine grandeur between the first string and the sixth and the mendacious eighth, suffers them all. The pleasure of suffering. Who? Whom? Who? The molars? Whom? Society, the carbides of rage in the gums? How to be, and to be here without angering one's neighbor. You are worthier than my number, man alone, and worthier than all the dictionary with its prose in poetry, its poetry in prose, are your eagle display, your tiger machinery, bland fellow man. The pleasure of suffering, of hoping for hope at the table, Sunday with all its languages, Saturday with Chinese, Belgian hours, the week with 2 hawkers. The pleasure of waiting in slippers, of waiting cringing behind a line, of waiting empowered with a sick pintle, the pleasure of suffering, hard left by a female, dead with a stone on her waist, and dead between the string and the guitar, crying the days and singing the months.